So welcome. And from the bottom of my heart, which is endless, thank you for coming. And just continue allowing to be what you truly are, which is the self. This invisible, transparent self, yet is all there is. One can say that it's invisible because has no color, has no shape. Yet we experience it as being life itself. So right now, allow yourself to consciously accept the eternal invitation that is right here, right now. The eternal invitation to be, and be, and be. And be. Yes, just be. And welcome the totality of your experiencing. Now, since we have some new friends, let's see what is that, whatever it is that it seems that is this what we call experiencing, that is arising in this open, invisible, shapeless being that is. So, simply for the moment, you can continue to have your eyes open or closed. It's irrelevant really, because these are only body focus. But if that is not your experiencing, then check and see if there is any separation or limitation or border between what you label the inner experiencing and the outer experiencing. In another word, see where this inner experiencing ends that you may call thoughts, feelings, imagination. And the outer experiencing begins, what you call the world, the external. Or the other way around, where the external ends and the inner experiencing begins. So if you cannot find any physical limitation or border between that what you call the inner and the outer, could you simply notice the wholeness of it? This expansion of it. Which allows for the idea of inner and outer to be sensed, to be experienced. So while resting as that to which the idea of it inner and outer appears, at this moment simply notice that which hears. Notice whatever you might be hearing, whatever, like the sound of this voice, any other sophisticated sound, or the inner sounds the body makes, or the sounds of the surroundings. And also the sounds that you call inner voices or thoughts. And as you do, could you notice the silence? Which is surrounding and interpenetrating the sounds. And again, notice whatever that is. This openness, which is effortlessly aware of the sounds and the silence. yet is untouched, unaffected. And while resting the best you can as this undivided or whole sense of silence, that which is effortlessly aware of the physical silence, could you bring your attention to whatever that is that sees? That which is free in the sense that can see either with the eyes open or with the eyes closed. And could you simply notice whatever you are seeing at this moment? Whether it's a picture of your imagination or simply the light reflecting in your eyelids. Or any other image. And could you notice the space? Which is allowing for this seeing. And again, simply notice that which is effortlessly aware of the image or of the space, yet is untouched, unaffected, either by the space or the images. And as resting the best you can as this expanded silence that is effortlessly allowing for hearing, seeing, could you allow it to expand? Allow yourself to be generous and allow this spaciousness to expand in all directions and include the experiencing of that you call the body. And just for this moment, as you're allowing to experience that you call the body, just for a second and only the best you can, simply sense it the best you can, free from memory. That is, free from images. that was good. It was more than a second, but we cheated a little bit. So yes, again, the best you can in this openness and this expansion. Just try it again for 1 second. Whatever you are experiencing, to be memory-free. That's fine. And while resting as the best you can as this openness and allowing yourself to take a little vacation from thinking, taking a little break from thinking, that is, from reinforcing and inviting again and again the memory sense of things. Simply, without focusing, while keeping your attention open, notice the sensation of the back of the body. But only the sensation of contact between that what you call the back and whatever is holding it. And again, let it be the best you can memory-free. And notice how the space is effortlessly and naturally surrounding and interpenetrating this that we label sensation. Yes, notice the tendency how the mind wants to come and complete with an image whatever you're sensing. It's all right, you don't have to fight it. Just simply notice it. And the best you can, just notice this contact, the sensation of contact. Then could just welcome all other sensations that we might notice, like for instance, the clothing against the skin, or bring your attention to whatever your food is touching. And again, notice that contact between whatever you call the food and whatever is touching. And then again, could you sense the sensation memory-free? Let it be story-free, image-free. And simply notice the space which is naturally surrounding and allowing for this sensation of contact. See how this space, although it's aware, is untouched, unaffected. It's aware of the sensations, aware of the space, yes, oblivious. So let's make a little experiment, very softly, without effort, or free from effort. Very softly move what you call the sensation of contact between the food and whatever is touching. You can move the position of the food to a different point. Yeah, simply notice that the perception has changed in the sense that it's the same sensation of contact, but it has a different shape, whatever you're experiencing. Now, if you let it be what is, memory-free, actually is irrelevant, whatever you're sensing. And notice in this moment what is more alive. Is more alive the sensation of contact between the food and whatever is touching? Or is more alive that which is sensing it? It's for you to see. And again, you can change the position of the food, not by much, doesn't matter, but just a different position. So notice how that sensation changes position, but that, where that changes is noticed, doesn't change. Simply notice that it notices, that has a different place, but that which allows for the different places of the sensations, it doesn't change. Yeah, for some of you that are doing the best they can, memory-free, the body doesn't feel very objective. But for those who still find it difficult to allow it to be in this moment, whatever you're experiencing, memory-free or story-free, the body may feel still very objective, very physical, very present. If that is the case, just for a second, could you stop efforting, wanting to make it physical? Wanting to maintain it physical, objective. And allow whatever you are experiencing to be in whatever shape is appearing, and how they are just a bunch of sensations here and there. That makes them feel as if they are together, because they are appearing in the same, because not only because they are appearing, because they are sensed by the same thing, whatever that is effortlessly aware. Could you open to the possibility that what makes all the sensations of the body being one body is because that which senses is one single being, one single awareness. Yes, and while allowing this, whatever that is, this what feels as a space in surrounding and interpenetrating whatever you are sensing, allow yourself to notice the sensation that we call the heartbeat. Like, notice how this awareness can be simultaneously aware of the heartbeat and whatever extra noise or other noises seems to come and go. Now, in these areas where we experience the heartbeat, we also experience another sensation that we call breathing. So allow the breathing, just the pair of them, to be very relaxed, free from effort, to make it long, deep, yet relaxed. And again, just for this moment, whatever you are experiencing, could you let it be memory-free? And you're allowing it to be memory-free if you are not focusing into anything, if you are keeping your attention open. You know, when you notice that when you keep your attention open, you may feel some movement of energy in the chest area, and again, if you are not, it's because without noticing, you're focusing into the chest, into the heartbeat. So remember that you don't need to focus to be effortlessly aware. Notice that this attention notices everything effortlessly without the need of focusing into anything. And let's open to the possibility that that is so, because that which is aware is so naturally intelligent. So, while resting as this openness in and on which experiencing of sensations arises and is constantly ever changing, let's allow ourselves to invite our favorite hobby that some of us like to still practice. The hobby of pretending being a person. Now, in order to pretend to be a person, we have to then to pretend that this person has a story. And in order to have a story, you have to pretend or imagine that there is such a thing called the past. So just for now, allow yourself to imagine a past. And notice whatever memories arises of this imagined person, or this person that you're pretending to be, just for fun. And notice that whatever is arising is a memory. So first of all, notice what it feels looking at a memory. And notice how this memory is only images, sounds, or thoughts or sensations. And can you notice as well whatever emotions or feelings, likes or dislikes, attractions or aversions may invoke at this moment? You don't have to manufacture, but just in case anything arises. And also welcome as well the sense of wanting to identify with that memory from time to time. The sense of wanting to share that memory, to make it valid, real, anytime you find possible, just for fun. Like that you can bond with the apparent others. Apparent others' stories, of course. So whatever arises, simply while keeping your attention open, allow the self to be what is. Self-cleaning. And you allow it to be self-cleaning the moment you are not interested in getting involved in anything that is arising. When you are not interested any longer in holding or not holding on to whatever is arising. So just for the moment, allow yourself to experience the new self-cleaning accessory that is being presented to you. Of course, the self-cleaning application, it's better to say, only works when it's open. We have to open the applications in order to use them, right? So in this case, we just have to keep our attention open in order for the self-cleaning to happen. And notice how it's naturally and effortlessly you may feel a sense of dissolving, a sense of evaporating, a sense of discarding. A sense of movement. A sense of discharging. So while resting as this openness, let's keep pretending that there is such a thing, pretending being a person. So if we're pretending to be a person, we need to imagine that there is such a thing called the future. So notice whatever it is that you might be projecting for this idea of being a person. Whatever intentions and goals, so welcome just one for the time being. Doesn't have to be long-reaching, can be also something about doing it an hour, or this evening, or tomorrow, or maybe some time in the future. Whatever that might be, simply notice what is effortlessly arising to your attention. Notice if there is any sense of somehow wanting for that to be in a certain way. Whether somehow you're wanting to help it, wanting to push it, wanted to make it happen or not to happen. Or any sense of wishing it to be in a certain way. Or any sense of expectation about results. Wanting specific results. Notice that, if there is any of that. And as we become aware of it, again, notice the openness, which is naturally aware of all that is arising, yet is untouched, unaffected. And whatever is arising, let it be what is, a projected energy. And notice how the spaciousness is naturally self-cleaning, is naturally absorbing whatever is arising. So let's do just one more imaginary trip to the so-called past, the idea of a past. Let's imagine that there is that we do time traveling, because that's what the imagined person does often, to imagine that there is time and this eternal moment, right here, right now. So right here, right now, imagine that there is such a thing as the past. And welcome the same memory or any other memory that somehow you feel that defines you. It speaks loudly about what you are. That you feel you need to share it, explain it, in order for others to truly understand the type of person you are. The type of person you are pretending to be. And welcome whatever arises. Whatever images, whatever sounds, whatever sensations, even whatever comments about what we are doing or appearing and you're experiencing at this moment. And you have the choice to let it be, to make it interesting, attractive, or you have the choice to let it be what truly is, only imagined energy. So, if you let it be what truly is imagined energy, notice how the self is naturally self-cleaning. Naturally welcoming, absorbing whatever you're not any longer interested in holding to or not to hold. Whatever you're interested in pulling or pushing towards you. So whatever you are sensing, can you welcome as well the sense of wanting to make it about you, about what you are, just for this moment. And could you let it all be absorbed by the sweetness of what you are, this openness. This depth that projects and absorbs all things. See, so now in our pretending to be a person, let's imagine that this person has a future. And there are two things about the future. There are good news and bad news. The good news is that the future seems to be so bright. And the bad news is that there isn't any future. But if you still wanted to pretend that there is a future, go ahead. Let's see whatever the mind, the good is that the mind would like to project in this so-called future. And see whatever arises. And maybe it could arise that you don't like what you just heard, or that you have some comments about it. Notice that as well. Because it's arising and you're experiencing, so it's part of whatever you're sensing. It's no different. So whatever is arising, see, just for the fun of it, if you have any intention, any financial intention, any social intention, any political intention, any artistic intention, and see whatever arises. Like, for instance, the intention of being an illuminated person. Being illuminated by while holding on to all your beliefs. Like the belief of being someone, a person, a citizen, a son, a father, a mother, a sister, a cousin, a pet owner, an internet provider, whatever it is, just yes, because we have that's very when we're pretending, we're very pretentious. So the person is very pretentious, likes to be illuminated or holding on to all his accessories. That is, the beliefs, the roles that plays. So right now, just simply, just for this moment, whatever this has invited within you at this moment, whatever reaction you are sensing, just notice it and be romantic. Offer it to the space. Be generous. just for this second. Later on, who knows? But right this moment, allow the openness to be what is, self-cleaning. Remember that you're allowing it to be so when you're not concentrating or focusing into a thought or into an image, that means an image or a thought or a sensation, but just this spaciousness that is so unconditionally open, unconditionally inviting, that even invites for the idea of a pretentious person. Pretentious because he's pretending. And it's in the word pre/tension. That's what pretension is. You are ahead of time tense. So, whatever tension you are sensing anywhere in your chest area or anywhere else, notice the relaxation. That is aware of the tension, of the contraction. And whatever tension or contraction you might be sensing, remember there is nothing to do. Simply remember to open your attention. Yes, and simply let's stop pretending. Pretending that there is a past, there is a future, and just simply to be, for the time being, just here, just now, which is absolutely memory-free. And at your own rhythm, if it hasn't already, open your eyes and notice how this, whatever that is self-cleaning, is naturally opening and seeing through those eyes. And allow this sense of memory-free to be. And it is normal if some of you effortless sensing how it's just energy moving naturally. That is nothing to do, just let it be.